Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test. Word up. We'll look perfect, nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's
serious?
gonna stand in my way. There's something in my heart. This lost, whatever. I can't remember that part. The light in the end is my favorite part. Standing tall on the wings of my dreams, rise and fall. Dude, greatest theme song. The rain and thunder, the rain and hail.
Dude.
But I showed
America or bust.
Dude, I showed this theme in my class, and we talk about how like racist it is, basically, because like Larry, you know, the guy in the beginning, white picket fence, has 1,000 brothers. I don't know who all those kids are. He's riding in a red Mustang, like he's like the quintessential American dream white guy, right? Then you have this guy who literally is being filmed in Echo Park, basically in LA, and it's supposed to be some Mediterranean island that he's coming out of. It's so stereotypical. He can't spell bust, he spells burst.
Balky, his name?
Balky Bartakamus. And then the funny part is when he's coming into the United States, and
was he from Greece?
He's supposed to be from some Mediterranean island like Greece or something like that. So when he's coming over to the United States, he's on that ship. They show him on like a battleship coming into to Ellis Island, but it was 1986. Ellis Island is not where immigration came through. So they literally created this false narrative.
The best is like the other guy's high-fiving. Balky was like a sheep herder.
Yeah, of course he was.
A shepherd.
Yeah.
Who just hugs everybody.
Yeah. Dude, the guy he high-fived, and then there's some dude standing with sunglasses. Like, who the fuck are you, bro?
Yeah, what was that? What the fuck is that?
He looked like his drug dealer, like some guy he buys weed from. Oh my god, dude. The other thing I show in school, the other thing I show is the opening to Different Strokes, and that is just weird.
So this is supposed to be like a Odd Couple show.
Yeah, that's an Odd Couple show.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Oh God, dude.
All right, guys, we just jumped this right away.
We're gonna start everybody.
Going.
Like here we are. I mean, like welcome to another episode of the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, making a lot of noise over here. And I'm here with my co-host and longtime friend Manny Ocoello. They're in New York. Manny, how you doing tonight?
We are not perfect strangers.
No, we are not.
We might have been at one point,
but
yeah. Holy shit, dude! I'm doing great. This is the
yeah, but
I'm over here holding a fucking pen with a mic, but I'm like,
I see that. That's really clever. That looks really good.
Yeah, it's all right, you know. Anyways, guys, we are doing theme songs again, but this time live act. I guess what do you call these live action? Live action sitcoms.
Yeah, sitcoms. Theme songs.
Let me ask you this, Dan.
Yeah.
When was this on?
Which one?
When
Perfect
was
Strangers?
this on? What time?
Oh,
this was not a TGIF Friday.
Yeah, it was.
Sitcom. It was.
Perfect Strangers was a TGIF sitcom.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure.
I'll tell you this.
I have a lot of information.
I'm sure you do. But hold on. Before we go into this, now, we're still doing the judgment of just the song?
Oh, wait. I just want to correct myself. Originally airing on Tuesdays for the short 6-episode first season in the spring of 1986, it moved to Wednesdays in prime time in the fall of 1986. It remained on Wednesdays until March 1988, when it moved to Fridays. The show found its niche there as the anchor for ABC's original TGIF Friday night lineup, though it aired on Saturdays for a short time in 1992. This show ran from 1986 to 1993. It had 150 episodes, 8 seasons.
8 seasons?
Yes.
Dude, if a fucking show goes 3 seasons, you've had a great hit.
Right, exactly.
Nowadays.
150 episodes.
Seasons. I'll tell you the only episode I really remember about this, and I remember this show was just fucking crazy. I mean, all shows back then were, in my opinion, crazy, and just I can't believe we watched some of the things we did. Was when he was bowling and he throws it.
Look, people, if you haven't seen Perfect Strangers, it's on Hulu. Watch it. Yes. Is it stereotypical? Yes. Are there some issues about culture and race and everything? Absolutely. It was
an odd couple based kind of show.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's
and
hilarious.
It was in the 80s and 90s before political correct. It was a little bit of a political correctness, or not.
There was a lot of leeway. I feel like. I mean, this show. I mean, Balky is like unhinged, and it's like, oh, if you're not from America, you're a lunatic. Like he looked like a crazy. Like he would act like crazy. Actually, I mean, I know that's even like not politically correct to say, but like there was almost no other way to describe his behavior, and it was just amazing. I mean, I felt like that was one of my favorite shows on TGIF, and I was an avid TGIF watcher when I was a kid.
These are the kind of shows, like the openings of the shows that we're watching, is like from that. You ever see that YouTube video called "Too Many Cooks"?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the show
what
notes.
It's based on.
Every one of
these is kind of like what it is. Like everything that we watched, I was like, holy shit, this is what Too Many Cooks was like parody of. Even Too Many Cooks get into the cartoon. Yeah. Also at the end of it, it's insane.
Yeah.
But like when it goes way too long. But yeah, like what are we watching?
Well, okay, so how are we rating this? I feel like we could do that similar to the cartoon theme song episode and just rate the music. The problem is,
yes, we have to.
Yeah, there's so many visuals.
Do you want to rate the video?
Like, I mean, we're gonna end up talking about it because there's so much going on. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
we have a show on here that its theme song is a literal song written by not just like, I mean, all these are written by people, but a song in like an American standard like book, you know. I mean, so with that,
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, but I guess like, I mean, again, we're rating on it, you know, whether it passes the test now. I don't think, in my opinion, none of them are going to pass except one, because that was the one that's like an actual song. Because
dude, I don't know. I'm none of fighting you on this one.
I mean, I would say that unless you're comparing it with the show, but like all right. Let's do this one.
Let's get into this.
Let's get to this one.
Okay.
Rising tall. Like, you like this one,
dude? Let me just explain one thing to you about the song, the opening theme song to Perfect Strangers. Okay,
you're explaining it to me.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, the guy who wrote this song is an American film and television composer and singer, best known for writing and performing the themes to TGIF television shows such as Perfect Strangers, Full House, Family Matters, and Step by Step. So lots of the stuff that we're about to talk about, all written and basically performed, I think, at the same time by
this is his worst one.
What?
Yeah.
I would disagree. That Perfect Strangers
I'm glad you fucking disagree, but this is his worst one.
Dude, I would put right off the song up against like many Bon Jovi songs. Because
what is wrong with you?
Because the thing is, this doesn't make you feel like anything. I mean, to me, I'm just like, I get psyched when I hear this song.
No, I think it's because you really like the show. I didn't really love this show, and I guess maybe that's why I'm just like, meh. Like, this doesn't even make me feel nostalgic.
Wow, you didn't like this song?
No.
The show either?
I guess the show was okay.
Okay.
I don't know. So first of all, the opening of the show, visually, it is. Why is he high-fiving everybody?
He's about to go chase his dreams.
What dreams? Where's he going?
He
Chicago?
wants to. Yeah, he wants to be.
But yeah,
Larry wants
Balky
to
shows up in fucking Ellis Island.
because yeah. Well, I mean, well, Balky is his long lost cousin. Their family.
Excuse? Oh,
So their
oh,
family, like in a way, where like married in family. Do you know what I mean? They're cousins, but
okay.
they're like very, very like distant in that way. But they're cousins
Okay, so what's the premise? Why is Balky
in America
in America?
to chase his dreams of being in America. I don't know. Dude, why does anyone? What did anyone do anything?
Okay, so are they in New York or
They're in
they're in
Chicago.
Chicago? They're in Chicago.
Yeah, they're in Chicago.
So Balky jumps on the Tom Cruise bus,
Right. Yeah, he's
right?
right sitting
After
right next to
after
Tom Cruise.
Flanagan leaves.
Dude, if Cocktail opened and Balky was on the bus with Flanagan in the opener, I would
No,
have.
because Flanagan was going into New York. Balky was leaving.
Oh, okay, okay, he was leaving. Yeah, because actually, yeah, because he came into Ellis Island on that battleship, and then he
Yeah.
gets on a bus and goes to
Like they
Chicago.
even put well, that's hilarious that they even put that in there.
I
Like
don't
for
know
you
why
to
that's there.
like within in 2 minutes, you get the premise of a show. Like, and
Yeah,
nothing's gonna stop them now.
yeah, dude, this is why I love this song. Like, the actual that part of it makes me like I don't know. It just there's something about this. You remember? Okay, do you remember the movie Running Man with Arnold
Sure.
Schwarzenegger? Okay, there's a song in the Running Man at the end of the ending credit song. It's like this song. It doesn't belong in the Running Man at all, but it's just one of those songs that like is like one of those weird '80s like themes. And for me, like Perfect Strangers, like when I hear the chorus of like standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall on the wings of my dream, and then it's like the rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for better days. It's my life and my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now. How can you not feel anything from that?
Um, I mean, I'm not saying the lyric was bad. I just didn't like the way it was performed and the way it was used. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm gonna stick to it. It's not even nostalgic to me. Maybe because I
Wow.
just didn't really like the show.
Not even nostalgic. Like,
No,
dude,
you just like it because it's like poetry to you.
I'm saying it's still good.
Okay,
It's
good.
still good.
Still
Dan,
good.
it's
You're
still
saying it
good.
passes the fucking test?
Of course it does.
This is still good.
This is still good. I
This
hear
comes
this and I'm
on.
like,
This
fuck
comes
yeah,
on the
let's
show.
do this.
Nobody. They don't even have shows. Shows don't even have jingles anymore.
Okay, I that's one
They
part.
hardly have openings now.
That's what I want to talk about too. It's like I miss this. Do you know what I mean? Like I miss having I mean, I'm listening to it right now and I'm just like, what the odds are this time? Nothing's gonna stand in my way.
It might as
I
well have
love
been written
that.
by Journey. So
And what's wrong with that? If Journey
there's nothing
covers this
wrong with it.
song, you're telling me you wouldn't enjoy it?
No, I would have, but Journey would have done a better job. So let me just say this. There are some people that would argue that there are opening songs or themes like
Yeah,
so like I get Games of Thrones,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Everybody likes. I guess everybody would know that one. Westworld. You know the opening.
I mean, I don't know it.
I do if you watch the show. But like at some point, sometimes I'm like, they have this skip option now. I
Yes.
skip the fucking opening.
They
Who's listening or watching them? Why? Because they're not good anymore. Now, I will agree with you that our time, I believe that the jingles and the openings were on point.
yes.
So like, I'll give you that. I just didn't like this guy.
Oh, Manny.
I
I feel
know.
a part of me feels bad for you. That
Well,
you're
a part of me feels bad for you that you're hanging on to this, and you would say
I
that
love
this
it.
is one of the top ones that's
I,
on
I
here.
I don't know if it's the top one, but I will say that like I think it's still good. I think it
Well,
passes the
we're gonna
nostalgia test
we're
because
gonna rewind later on and compare.
rewind
But
all you want, dude. I've been listening to these for the last few days. I mean, there is a song on this list that
feel
has
sorry
been
for you.
in my head, digging a hole in my brain
That's
that
why
I
I'm
need
saying,
to
like,
talk
out
about.
of all of them,
Yes.
this is still exciting to you.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what you're hearing. Maybe I need to smoke some of that fucking CBD you use. I don't know.
You should have bought it.
All right.
Um,
So
dude, I don't know. That's what I mean. It was also, yes, a favorite show of mine, but still, I'm trying to like detach myself from the show because there are
you
things on
can't.
here where I didn't watch the show as much, but I love the song. But I don't know. I love the music. It always made me happy, and it makes me happy now hearing it. I would love to learn this and be able to play it. I would want to play this song. You're just stressed. I
Just don't
cannot
even.
wait to cut clips from this to put on online. Your face, you are distressed. Like you're just like, what are you fucking talking about?
To quote Dan,
I'm just cannot
Dan's
believe.
review on Cocktail. This
God,
movie is trash. I'm gonna say this theme song is trash.
but I also said Cocktail was nostalgic, so I didn't.
Okay, I might go back and change my mind after we go through this, but it didn't do anything to me. I listened to it like 5 times today, and it was
You
like,
don't have to go back.
okay, all right.
I'm just
No.
surprised.
Well, good. Be surprised. There's going to be a couple of them that you're going to be surprised.
Fuck you,
Next
Steve.
one. Next one. Steve, you
Next
like that one?
Yeah, you like that one,
Arguments.
Steve? Yeah.
Steve doesn't like when we get along.
Yeah, check
All
out
right.
Steve Herrera's on Bandcamp. Okay, so 13 other people. So our next one is Family Matters. Now,
Oh.
written by the same fucking guy, dude. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, but the opening gets you right away.
Yeah, I'm not. The good news on the newspaper. Love
The
and
rare condition. This day and age. There wasn't any good news on a newspaper page. I fucking love this song.
inside this gentle heart. Cause all I
There
see.
must be some magic through inside these gentle
Wow.
walls.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
A real love person I'd ever seen.
I mean, look, this song
Days
is
go by.
amazing.
They're in Chicago too. They're in Chicago too.
Because this was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. So let's give Perfect Strangers its props for, being on air for so long, to be there to kind of inspire probably one of the greatest shows to ever, grace our televisions. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, this show was fucking great.
yeah. But it was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers because Harriet worked at the newspaper company, the newspaper. Oh man, I don't even
Stand.
know how to say. No, not Stand. Larry was a photojournalist, so he worked at a newspaper.
Oh,
Harriet
shit.
worked in the building, and she was an elevator operator
Yes.
for like the first season. Then she lost that job and then got a new job as security or something there. We were trying to do a Family Matters episode, but we we have to start.
I think
watching
we're gonna go back into that, yeah, because I want to definitely test. I freaking love this show, and
Yes.
love
Oh.
the jingle.
Look, and I agree.
The beginning does it right away.
Oh, ba-doom, da-doom, doom, da-doom, da-doom, doom.
The rare condition, this
This day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Oh.
Yes, yes.
But this guy sang these songs so well. It was just like the craziest thing. But see, this brings us back to that conversation. When you're sitting there going like, there are no good theme songs, or people think there are theme songs, or they would say that this is a good theme song or whatever. I don't agree, because like, these are theme songs. You know what I mean? They give you the kind of feeling that the show's about to start, and also not just the show's about to start, it sets up the tone for everything. And I think, like, for me, I'm so nostalgic of like television on Fridays and Friday nights, and just television together, where like you go and you watch TV with people, or you watch TV that's on that night. So like, these songs are important because it kind of signals that the show's coming on. but it just like sets up the tone. I love this. I love the idea of an opening theme song with words because I want to sing it. Like I want to sing these songs.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. I
Fucking
mean,
great.
Family Matters itself, I mean, without even going too deeply into how amazing Family Matters was as a show, but Family Matters was on for 9 seasons and that had 215 episodes. I, I mean,
A lot of shit happens in Family
uh,
Matters.
now,
The
yeah,
theme song stays the same, but man, the people that are in it
yeah.
change a lot.
There's a lot of changing. But I actually, what's interesting is the opening theme for the first 5 episodes was What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. But you don't get that. I think like that happened and then it stopped after the first 5 episodes. And then As Days Go by Jesse Frederick is this was the theme song.
I would actually like to talk to Jesse Frederick and see how he like did he watch a couple of shows and then like come and like became inspired, you know?
Dude, I want to talk to Jesse Frederick. If you're out there, Jesse Frederick, and you hear this, is he alive? We have to make sure.
I don't know, but sorry, Jesse, for making fun of perfect strangers. But you know, I'm allowed
Yeah,
to have
no,
my own opinion.
still alive. I would love to talk to him because I want to know how he came up with these things for these shows because he really understood what it meant to kind of get an audience ready to watch a show. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's the thing. When I hear his work, oh my God, it's so funny. Every time you start it, I hear it like on the I mean, think of it. He did The Family Man, or whatever that is, Going Places, Perfect Strangers, Full House, Step by Step, Family Matters, Fuller House, which I don't know if you ever seen Fuller House yet, which is
So like one
interesting.
episode.
I think he was a composer also for Hanging with Mr. Cooper, which that show we need to talk about. But another amazing TGIF show. But these songs just got you ready to watch television.
You know what, though, too? It's funny because it seemed like the show was current, right? But yet the song is setting you up to like say like when it's like it's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news in a newspaper page. So it was like showing you the brighter side of life in a way. Like, oh, how great family could be. And it did that with Full House too. The lyrics in Full House. There was always like, hey, life can be shitty, but this is, you know, this show is going to show you how great it could be too. Even though there was some heavy topics in these shows. Heavy topics. This is supposed to be entertaining, and there was some life lessons. I mean, nothing like how deep shows get now. Like you watch This Is Us, and you're like, "What the? This show's like insane." But like this was like, even though it was a comedy, and I guess you would call them comedies. There was some drama, especially like Eddie gets, freaking little girl disappears. She goes upstairs, never comes back. I mean,
my God, I know.
We can go on forever with this.
Did you know that one of the lyrics of this song is so in the chorus, it's like, as days go by, we're gonna fill our house with happiness. And then the moon may cry, we're gonna smother the blues with tenderness. Like, I didn't know it was the moon may cry. I thought it was as days go by again.
Telling you, this guy got deep.
Dude,
Guy got
Jesse
deep.
Frederick, really.
Jesse, reach out to us. Come on, we gotta talk.
We gotta talk. Jesse Frederick. We're also gonna call out a few other people from some shows that I would love to talk to as well, that actually may come on. That would be amazing.
All right, so
but Family Matters. I mean, not
this
to jump
passes
the
the
shark
test
on even the show, but like one of my favorite shows. Carl Winslow, probably one of the greatest television dads of all time as well. Fucking love this show.
Freaking love him.
He's hilarious, and he was one of the funniest people. He was so Harriet. Everyone on that show was amazing.
The show was great. Even the little sister was great, even though she only lasted a couple episodes.
Yeah,
or a season, or a couple seasons. I forget what season she went upstairs. She got in trouble.
Yeah,
never came back.
Yeah,
no explanation.
Yeah,
you know why? Because Urkel shows up.
Urkel.
Need to open up for that budget.
Open that.
Anyways,
open that budge.
They needed that budget for him.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be temporary. Guy
Yeah, but
comes
he
in,
took
steals
over.
the show.
Okay.
Stole the show.
Whew.
Anyways,
We got
we can
super
get to
excited.
that when we
Family
do
Matters.
the
Dear
Family
God.
Matters episode.
I feel like
All
when we
right.
do Family Matters, we're gonna lose our minds. But also, if we did a Fresh Prince episode, I would be like, I still cry when I see that episode of Fresh Prince when Will gets left behind by his dad again, and he has that statue, and then he screams, and I was just like, oh, I
Oh
saw it the other, I
my
saw it like a
God.
month ago, and I cried.
That
Anyway,
one
I
was a
didn't cry,
tough
don't
one.
think, but I've cried. Yeah, amazing. I haven't cried
I cried last
in a
night.
while.
All right.
All right, step by
All
step,
right.
which is not
Moving
normal for me.
on.
There's
Step
something
by
wrong.
step.
Okay,
Step by step.
this show.
Here we go.
Here we go. But and I sent you the
So
one with cousin
this is
Cody in it because he was my favorite character.
fucking love cousin Cody.
Yeah, he lives in a
So
van in the driveway.
so they opens up that they're like going on a roller coaster, and here it goes.
Yeah, here we go. Again,
Yeah.
again, another great song by Jesse Frederick, but everything
I don't know how I
sounds
feel about
so
this.
similar, though. You know what I mean? I feel
No,
like
it
he
is.
phoned this one in a little bit,
Will ever second time around.
but it was a duet as well.
Was this spinoff?
I have to look, but this was a duet, which is, I think, also different for him, because usually he just sings the songs himself. I'm looking at the lyrics right now. Wow, this one's long. This one had some actually a lot more lyrics than usual. Oh, here we go. Step by step.
Brand new start. Kind of way. People we don't. We'll get up the same time around. So this is kind of like starting over. Were they like two new families? Is that what was the story?
So okay,
it was kind of like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, exactly. The premise of Step by Step is like you had two people, Patrick Duffy and Suzanne Summers, who were single parents with 3 kids each, and then they meet each other and they become like this huge blended family. But it's funny because they spontaneously get married during a Jamaican vacation after developing a budding relationship while Frank is Carol's client, resulting in their becoming the heads of a large blended family. Oh.
Hence why Adam Sandler came out with the movie Blended. And they go to Africa.
Don't ever want to see that movie. It sounds terrifying. It sounds horrible. And yeah.
So Brady Bunch.
I don't think it's a spin-off. I think it's its own thing. And this show too, 160 episodes. I just feel like these shows on TGIF just had long runs. You know?
A lot of things to talk. They had 6 kids to deal with. One episode could have been with one kid doing something wrong. There was so much content.
It's just so much going on. And I feel, and the other thing that's funny is Bronson Pinchot from Perfect Strangers. He actually in season 6 was a character. He became a male beautician who serves as Carol's business partner. So he also appears on that show, not as Balky, but as himself.
The guy who plays Balky.
Yeah. Everyone on this show, the Patrick Duffy, Suzanne Summers, and I believe Stacey Keenan she was one of the most famous people on the show. She was from My Two Dads. And I feel like the eldest blonde daughter, she was like one of those quintessential 90s actresses. She was in everything from the late 80s and 90s. Like anytime you put a show on or some sort of TV movie or something, she was on a lot of stuff. So she was in that show, but the song is okay. I'm not like blown away by this one as I am by Family Matters theme song, As Days Go By, and the Perfect Strangers theme song. This one's just like like it was so weird. And the context and the weird thing about the show is that doesn't Cody fall in love with Stacey Keenan's character in the show?
Of course they had to do that.
Yeah. There's weird cousins falling in love shit. They're like they're cousins.
Were they cousins? Or they were like distant something or another?
But he wasn't on that side of the family. He was like Patrick Duffy's nephew or some sort of weird like cousin.
Yeah, but he lived there all the time. So
dude.
Yeah. I mean, Stacy did that. I'm not. This is just nostalgic.
Yeah.
The song's not that great.
He's Frank's nephew who lives in the driveway.
Yeah.
It's so weird that he lived in a
So he's like
van in the
Charles in
driveway
charge.
the whole time. Oh my god, like that show.
The
Um,
show is ridiculous, but think about the theme song. Charles in charge of our days and our
yeah, it's
nights.
creepy.
I want Charles in charge of me. No, you don't.
No, you
You don't want
don't. You
Charles in
don't want
charge of you.
Scott Baio in charge of anything. But like, yeah, especially not there. We don't have to go there with that show. That's a whole year episode, just kind of like going through what happened on that show. Because that guy, Buddy, I felt bad
Oh
for
my
him.
God, that guy, buddy.
Oh man, R.I.P. No, wait, he's not dead,
Oh,
right?
he was dead. He was. Yeah. So
I'm gonna
I'm
say
just
it's
gonna move us along here. It's just nostalgic. It does
yeah.
not pass the test.
No, it doesn't pass the test. It's not exciting, but it's not bad. It's not a
No,
bad song,
it kind
but
of
it's like,
opened
meh.
up like it was like one of the first shows on a TGIF, and like you're like,
Yeah,
okay, it's great. And
yeah.
like,
I feel like they that Step by Step was lucky to be on TGIF, probably between two hugely powerful shows. Whether it was I forget if it was on after Family Matters and before something else or whatever, but like that show wasn't as good, I feel like, as the other shows.
no, but you
On that.
gotta. But they had two big names at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Patrick Duffy and Suzanne Summers, who were the
Yeah.
horniest parents of all time. I mean, you guys already have six fucking kids. At the end of every episode, these two were like always like running upstairs to get it on.
Well,
Like, do you really want to have another child
she
on your
had really good thighs.
Oh, people, moving us along
Here we
to
go.
Growing Pains. Now, I gave you the season 2 one because it's the duet one, which I think is the best one.
Best begin as
As
long as
long
we
as we
got
got each other, we got the world in our hands.
baby all night. I need you. All right.
Ooh, dude,
As we
this
got. I mean,
I sing this like it's weird. Like I have a problem. I'll be walking around my apartment and all of a sudden just be like, there's people.
sharing the laughter.
Yeah, it's like show me that smile again. Like I'll just like burst out into this song because it's just like I don't know. It's just got that like that feeling that like I want from an opening theme song. I feel like, but just a little bit about Growing Pains, American television sitcom created by Neil Marlins that aired on ABC from September 24th to 1985 to April 25th, 1992. The show ran for 7 seasons and consisting of 166 episodes. So wow. Now, Manny, what do you think of this? Like when you heard this song, oh, and they're all from Long Island. This is all the whole show takes place in Huntington.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It does?
It takes place in Huntington, Long Island. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what? I like vaguely remember this show. I remember liking this show. I don't remember much about it. I I think the song's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the energy that I liked about the other two that we really liked. So, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's I think it just stays nostalgic. It's like it's not great. I would
I
say
mean
like
I don't know. Like I'm there must be I must have a
passing all
problem.
these fucking tests, dude.
Dude, well no, well,
You
I
should
didn't
just like
pass step
listen
by
to like
step.
show themes.
Dude, my
You like
most of
you
my
like
life was
you'd be
spent in
perfect in
front of
like the Demolition Man, where like like the hits
yeah,
were
yeah,
all
yeah.
just like
Commercials.
commercial songs.
Yeah. But the thing is I spent most of my like I didn't have cable. So because I didn't have cable when I was a kid, and I don't have cable now, and I never had cable ever. These
Who the
were the
fuck has
shows.
cable now?
Well, of course, well, some people do, Manny.
I'm just saying, like most people have subscriptions.
Sure, whatever. It's another subscription. Cable was a subscription.
Yeah, I know.
Dick. No, but these are the shows I watched. So like to me, I didn't have movie channels and whatever. So if I was gonna watch TV, I was watching Growing Pains or Perfect Strangers or Family Matters. So Growing Pains, I really liked that show. I used to watch it all the time when it was on. When Leonardo DiCaprio was on the show, I was
Oh
there to
shit,
see
he
that.
was.
Yeah, they
Yeah, dude,
adopted
the
him.
show
Remember?
was good. This one out of all of them was like the other one. It was kind of like Family Matters. It was like there was a lot of lessons and dark times.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
I think a lot of the fucking actors in it had dark times.
Yeah.
I think I gotta watch some of these episodes now that you said it was based in Huntington.
Yeah, it was based in Huntington, California, Huntington, Long Island.
Wow.
Yeah, which is weird.
They say the words hangers.
I don't know. It's so weird. I think a lot of these songs I have a soft spot for a lot of this
It
because
seems that
it's
way.
just, and I don't,
Yeah, you're really biased. Like you're like the guy who like loves IPAs and just goes and drinks IPAs and
dude, you know what's so
rates
funny?
high on IPAs.
I was talking about IPAs the other day, and I was like, I don't know if I like them anymore. I think I'm a
Depends on the IPA that you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I'm a porter,
Mm.
stout person now, and
Lo-
an
love
ale, something
fall
like a
ceiling.
lager.
Love all that. And if I
Mhm.
am gonna drink an IPA, I drink a true IPA, not some fucking New England IPA.
We're putting it out there, New England. Your IPAs are trash.
No,
No.
the hazy IPAs, I'm just not into. I know a lot of people like them, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I think there's really good ones out there. I think
yeah,
it's a challenging beer to make. I just like
yeah.
I like bitter IPAs.
I think I
But
can't
I
drink
am
them
more of
anymore.
a ale. I am more of an ale.
Yeah,
If I'm gonna choose, and my go-to is an ale. So
yeah. I can't drink IPAs like I used to. But I'm sorry.
all right,
I'm
let's get
going
back
to
onto
say
growing
that
pains.
Growing Pains for me passes. I don't care what anyone says. I'm owning my shit.
I'm just gonna say it's nostalgic. I'm not saying it passes the
All
fucking
right, go
test.
ahead. Excellent.
All right,
Good. I hope you like this, Steve. Uh,
ladies and gentlemen, Steve likes chaos and anger and
yeah,
arguments.
yeah. All right, so here we go. This
This
is
guy
the
likes a
questionable
thumbs
one.
down. Thumbs
Yeah,
down, this guy.
yeah.
All right,
All right,
this one.
this is the
Is this
questionable
even
one.
a theme song?
Dude, I'm watching it right now. I'm putting it on, and here we go. We're watching the theme to Married with Children, which is obviously Love and Marriage, sung by Frank Sinatra. So we don't have to
So,
do much research.
so
But
I will say this.
dude, this show is fucking crazy.
This show is phenomenal. And like, when did this air? Was this on the Thursdays? When was this?
Oh, this show, that's the thing about Married with Children. I don't think I ever knew when it aired. I don't even know if I was allowed to watch it when I was a kid. I
No,
have
this
no
this is
idea.
like this is like one. This must have been on late at night because this is like watching a live version of The Simpsons.
The show follow Okay, where does it say? It doesn't really tell me when it aired, but it was on Fox. So it was for Fox. Originally broadcasted April 5th, 1987 to June 9th, 1997. It is the longest lasting live action sitcom on Fox and the first to be broadcast in the network's primetime slot. In addition to the show's original run, one episode that was not screened on Fox when originally filmed on January 6, 1989 was aired on FX on June 18th, 2002, 5 years after the series' conclusion. So it was 11 seasons. It was on for 259
11
episodes.
seasons.
Yeah, 259 episodes. And I don't know when it was on. Oh, here we are. So from 1986 to 1987, it was on Sundays at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because
Yeah,
you had to be a lot older and your parents had to be okay with you watching this because it's a dysfunctional show
yeah,
and it was real. It
yeah.
was kind of like, was it before or after Roseanne? Because it's kind of like Roseanne.
This
Like
was, I
that
think,
kind of
while Roseanne was on, I think. Let me
possibly.
check.
Maybe it was like going against it.
That show, Roseanne's a weird show because I don't even want to talk about it from like much, but like it was just like I didn't know if it was funny or not. It was just
I
ridiculous.
mean, it was apparently really, really good. People loved
Yeah.
it.
So
But
it was
like,
on around the same time. Roseanne aired from 1988 to 1997. That was on for
so,
fucking 231 episodes for 10 seasons.
dude, first of all, the song is the Frank Sinatra song.
Yeah.
But when you, I'll say, obviously the song passes the test, but I'll say when I do hear this song, I think of the opening of this show,
Without a doubt.
and I also think about the man who shall not be named because he bases his life on this show.
I was literally thinking this because this human being said to me verbatim, "This is how I learned about American culture." And I was like,
His parents let him watch Married with Children, and he learned about American culture
yeah,
from this show.
yeah,
Explains so much, Dan. It
yeah.
explains so much.
This show also spawned another show that I don't know if you watched called Unhappily Ever After with the drunk that used to go in the basement and talk to a puppet, that rabbit puppet. Nikki Cox was on
Yes,
it.
dude.
That show was
That
out of
show
fucking hand.
was crazy.
Yeah.
And why did any? Okay, what was that? That was called Unhappily Ever After.
I believe it was
Did the
Unhappily Ever After. Yeah, I'll have to look
did
it up again.
was it ever found out whether or not he was just talking to himself, or like did anybody else hear the
The
puppet?
rabbit. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. First of all, that show was only on for 5 seasons. It was only on for 100 episodes.
Makes sense.
So Jack, a family man with schizophrenia, whose only friend is a talking toy rabbit, became the central character along with the rabbit, Mr. Floppy. Yeah, once Jack started making money, he no longer needed Floppy, and his schizophrenia was cured, and Floppy returned to being just a stuffed animal. Jack soon went insane from drinking again and brought Floppy back from the dead. Okay, so this is a really dark show.
Dark show. So I always remembered like you were always wondering whether or not Floppy was seen like by
Uh,
anybody else. But like I didn't realize like did they say he was schizophrenic in the beginning? Or like you
I
just
don't
kind of
know.
didn't know and like the whole show was like
I
what the
guess
hell's going on?
I guess you just assumed, but like that show was dark.
That show also was Hit the Road, Jack. Don't you come back
That's
no more, no
right.
more, no
Yes.
more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you
Yeah.
come back no more.
But I feel like you're right. The Married with Children theme song, Love and Marriage by, sung by Frank Sinatra. The only time I ever hear that is if that show is going to be on. And if I ever hear that Frank Sinatra song outside of the context of that show, the only thing I'm thinking about is Married with Children.
Yes.
And so like I feel like as a theme, it works perfectly. And I will agree that it passes the nostalgia test.
Fuck yeah. The show is good too.
The show is
Much
great,
better than
actually.
Unhappily Ever After.
Unhappily Ever After is a fucking disaster. And that show, I mean, I don't know why they tried to duplicate Married with Children, but they really went too far with it. Because you don't have the amazingness of those neighbors. I mean, the two neighbors, they're amazing, those neighbors. But when they changed out that one guy, which was funny, like the male, like,
Yeah.
But the show was great. Peggy, Katie Seagal is amazing. Everyone on the
She's an
show
amazing actress. She was awesome in Sons of Anarchy. She fucking kicked ass in that.
Oh, dude.
What a fucking
We should
great.
do an episode on, or like maybe like several episodes on The Shield.
Oh, The Shield. What a fucked up show. All right.
Yeah. Oh my God. So it passes the test, Married with Children. And here we are. To me, this is where it all starts.
This competes.
Full House.
Full House competes against Family Matters in my opinion about like the joy that I get when I hear the song.
Well, it has a very similar opening.
Oh, of course, they're all the same.
No, but it literally has almost the same opening.
I used to mix them.
Yeah.
It just goes.
Yeah, Jesse Frederick loves that opening.
He loves that beat. Whatever happened to the certainty, predictability, the milkman, the paperboy, evening TV? So this goes back to that theme. Like
It's
he's
almost like
like,
the same thing.
well, he talks about the paperboy, and
Yeah,
before that, it's
he
like,
loves newspapers.
and loves it.
Dude, but I'm watching this and I'm looking at the show too, right? And I can't divorce Bob Saget and like John Stamos and like Dave Coulier and how they all knew how big of a joke this was. Like, kind of not a joke in meaning that this show was stupid, but like, especially Bob Saget being the type of comedian he is, it's crazy that he was on the show and then how popular he got. Because I used to watch America's Funniest
America's
Home
Funniest Home
Videos
Videos.
constantly. And now when I look back at it, as older, you could see how much he's just like, I'm doing this, and it's hilarious, and like it's just such a joke. I don't care, I'm
Dude, it was a
waking in the
paycheck to
morning.
him. It was a
Oh,
paycheck.
he was,
He was like, fuck it,
yeah,
you
his
know.
jokes were hilarious. Everything he did on that was so funny. But the show, the music is awesome. I think though, for me, Family Matters is a better song. I like
I
the Family
agree.
Matters song. It's way better.
I think
Not
I
way, but
agree.
better. Yeah.
I like the beginning of this song.
Yeah, it gets kind of long.
It does. But so is Family Matters, but I'm not okay. I'm not mad at it.
No, I'm not mad at it. Like, I feel like,
The
and
ability, the milkman, the
the
paper
paper
boy,
boy,
evening
even
TV.
TV. I mean, it's a great song, but Family Matters is way better. And it's
It's the
not,
same fucking song, Dan. It's a continuation. It's
but I
basically
think he
he wrote
basically
one
revised it.
song and he was like, yeah, just change these couple words. It might have been the second verse to that song.
Yeah, he revised it. I think he revised that song when he was like, all right, I got to do Family Matters. All right, we gotta put some energy into this. The opening of Full House went like right out the gate, and then it kind of lost because you know what's funny? We're watching the full versions of these things.
Yeah.
When you really
Oof.
watch the show, it cuts
It's like
down the
30
Full House
seconds.
one. It's like, oh, everywhere you look, like it
Yeah,
cuts
you
that
don't
whole
get the
middle
whole
part
like
out.
middle part where they're walking through the park and like
Yeah,
doing some random shit.
but I felt like it was important to hear the whole theme because, like, when you see the pilots, that's what you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you watch the pilot episode of Family Matters, you're getting the whole song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're watching the pilot episode of Perfect Strangers, you're getting the whole song. Once everything is dealt with later on, you get a truncated version. But that's not fair, I think, because like Full House, when you cut out the middle of that whole thing, it's it is a much better song. But I think as a full song, it's just
Does it pass the test though?
ah man, I feel really I feel bad saying this, but I say it's just nostalgic for me. I feel like the Full House theme for me is just nostalgic. This is a thinker because because it's just
I'm
like
listening to it right now.
yeah.
Like I don't know this part. Oh, this one I know.
Yeah. Jesse Frederick really, I mean, I'm so blown away though, still. Even when I say like, oh, this doesn't pass the test or this is just nostalgic or whatever, truthfully, it doesn't even matter because these were actually really good songs. And I feel like I would like to watch Full House now. I actually wouldn't mind watching Fuller House. I've actually seen a few episodes. It's really ridiculously hilarious. And
It's
like when
ridiculous.
dude, when John Stamos comes on the episodes, he literally is just like, "I'm doing this. Isn't this crazy, guys?" Like he might as well just look right at the camera and go, "Can you believe this shit?"
Yeah. Because he produces it or something like that.
Oh,
All right.
John Stamos.
So I'm gonna say it doesn't pass the test.
So it remains nostalgic. Okay,
Just remains nostalgic.
dude, do you remember that episode of Full House when Uncle Jesse was gonna ride his motorcycle on the top of that building or something like that, or across or jump across a building or something? Do you remember that? When he's
No.
trying to still be a badass? No.
No.
Do you remember the song he sang with the Rippers all the time?
Forever. Oh. With I know that he was like the whole big thing with like the Beach Boys.
Yeah, he's in the band.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
It
Dude, John
is.
Stamos has one of the most amazing careers. Like, I want to do a whole episode on like, does John Stamos pass the nostalgia test? Because I just like
He was in Entourage for a couple episodes. These
he was
guys
in
has been
ER.
around.
He was on
Yeah.
ER. He did his own thing. He had a
He had his own thing, Grandpa or something like that. It was
yeah,
cool.
that's right. Like grandpa, dude, you look like you sleep in yogurt. Like when
Yogurt. Greek yogurt. He was from Greece too, right?
yeah, he's Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember his when they went. Remember when they went to Greece on an episode of
Yes.
Full House and what's the girl's name? What was
Rebecca.
Candace Cameron's one of the daughters, Stephanie
Oh, what
and
the fuck was her name? CJ?
DJ.
DJ.
CJ.
CJ.
So DJ walked around the hat or walked around a chair or did some sort of circle walk
Oh,
with
she got
three
married or
times
something.
around something with the kid and she got married. I was just
Yeah.
like, it's the craziest thing. Like they did all these these weird things and the house must have been huge because they had at some point they had Aunt Becky and Jesse upstairs with their kids.
In the attic.
Yeah, in the attic, like
Like
it was
a full-on 12 foot,
apartment.
15
Yeah.
foot like loft.
Yeah, and then they have everyone else in the rest of the house, and then they have the basement where Joey is staying. Plus, there's a recording studio down there.
Oh, it was crazy.
What the
That
fuck?
house was a mansion. They lived in a mansion.
Is out of hand. Oh yeah. Anyway, I mean, unbelievable. Okay, so it doesn't pass the nostalgia test, but holds a special place in my heart. I mean, truly. I mean, that whole show.
Yes.
Dude,
All
I
right,
think we're
next
coming
one.
to this like really interesting trio of
Dude,
songs now.
what happens is now everything changes. First of all, it's a different era.
Totally.
And you're talking about different types of shows.
Yes.
Like the shows that we just did were kind of family shows. TGIF, we're gonna fucking hang out with the family, get your popcorn. We're watching all these shows.
Call up Flanagan.
Call Flanagan up. All right. Now you're going to just straight up teen shows.
Yeah.
This is the 90s.
Yes.
We're opening up with a whole other type of theme.
Saturday morning. Saturday
And you didn't
afternoon,
choose
no.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I will say honorable mention. First one, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Saved by the Bell.
I think
First
turn
of all,
it down because this shit's gonna be
before I even press play, you already know the bell.
Oh, yeah.
When I wake up in the morning and I box
And I think I'm gonna make it on time. By the time I get my books and I get myself
a look, I'm at the corner just I said time to
time
see the bus fly by. It's all right.
Now the
Because
guy,
I'm saved by the bell.
the guy who wrote this was this music teacher. I have this whole story about him, and his theme song would book him the gig, and he'd go on to compose the music for all the show's 4 seasons, right? So this guy actually wrote the song to Saved by the Bell, and then that got him to write the music for all the seasons of the Saved by the Bell, which I don't know how many songs there were for Saved by the Bell or how much music you need.
Because it changes, I guess.
Yeah, Scott
Bus
Gale.
fly by.
So Scott Gale wrote the
It's
theme
all
song.
right.
He also wrote the theme song. Holy shit, bro. Okay. This guy Scott Gale not only wrote the theme song to Saved by the Bell, but Scott Gale also wrote the theme song to Golden Girls, which
All right.
that theme song, I don't know, is like hilarious in my opinion. Golden Girls, In the Nick of Time, and he also wrote for. It looked like he was a music coordinator for a show that I loved, Empty Nest, Golden Girls, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was a composer on something there. Blossom, he was the music coordinator for Blossom. Love that show. Soap, and a few other things as well. So this guy definitely has had quite a career. Sorry.
First of all, let's talk about how the song itself, the guitar riff, reminds me of Michael J. Fox and Marty McFly at the end when he's playing Johnny Be Good. So it reminds me of like a Johnny Be Good like type of thing.
Yes.
It's freaking, this thing hits you hard. They're throwing out all these pictures.
Oh, it's like a
great.
seizure-inducing opening.
Yeah.
And it's only about a minute, which is crazy.
Yeah.
that he
It's like,
fit.
if my teacher pops a test, I know I'm
No,
in
I'm
the
in a
mess, and
mess,
my
and my
dog
dog
ate
ate
my
all my
homework
homework
last
last
night.
night. Like what?
Riding low in my chair, she don't know when I'm there. If I get anything tomorrow, it will be all right.
It's never all right.
It's all right because I'm saved by the bell.
Do you remember the bell? I mean, when I remember going to school, like going to like school and having like a bell ring, that was so interesting
There's a
to have
guitar
that.
riff right now. It's all right because I'm saved by the. It's all because
Man,
I'm saved by the bell. Yeah, the bell was scary, dude. They had that 5 minute bell. You only got
oh
5 minutes.
yeah, I
Dude,
hate
the
that
bell was
shit.
crazy. Couldn't
But
even really hang out.
if I knew, if I knew now what I knew then, like if I can go back in time, I would just be like, the
Like
bell
Marty
rang. We have to get
McFly.
there. Yeah, like we have to go to class. It's like, what? Don't
No, we
worry
don't.
about it. It's okay. Like it's gonna be fine. I remember running to places. I remember like running for the bell because it's like, no. It's just like, no. What are you talking about? Don't
Yeah,
worry about it. It's
where are
like
you going?
we're gonna get yanked off of YouTube for this.
Well, it's just a bell. All right, so I'm saying,
Oh
Dan, this thing
God.
passes.
I mean,
This
if Saved
thing
by the
passes.
Bell
It's
doesn't
too much
pass, I
fun.
mean, we can't
It's
live in a
so much
world.
fun. It goes on so quickly. It's great.
Show was
Introducing
amazing.
everybody that's on it. Mr. Belding,
I mean,
you're the
dude,
best.
all of the memories from this, like that. I mean, Mark Paul Gosselaar. I mean, he was just so funny. I wanted to be Zach. At some point in my life, I literally didn't want my name to be Daniel. I wanted it to be Zach. I was like, I hate my name. Why can't it be Zach?
Dude, Zach was awesome, man. He was a dick though. He was
Uh,
actually not a nice guy.
yeah, he was
There's
like,
like a there's a YouTube video of
oh
like
God.
how Zach Morris is actually an asshole. Like
Oh yeah.
he's like, and it shows like all the different things because like he treated Screech like shit,
Oh my God.
and like all the different things that he did. You
Oh
know,
God.
there
That's
was only
not
one
good.
episode that he seemed like he cared about anything. It was when
Oh,
he found out that he was a Native American and
what? I
like
don't remember that.
run Zach run. Yeah,
Oh God, that's
running
not
Zach.
right.
Running Zach was his name.
Oh, that's racist. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with that. It's
Dude,
called,
you gotta watch that episode.
dude.
That
What I
was
mean, also to me, my favorite episodes were all the summer episodes when they were all working at that place on the beach.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
what's her name? Who was the ex Scientologist? Who
oh,
was
Leah Remini.
just yeah.
Yeah,
She was the boss or the manager or something like that.
yeah. Didn't she then come to the school, or was there another girl that came with a leather jacket? Because I felt like there was
No,
always
she
like,
came. I think
yeah, and then she wasn't on for that long, I think, or something like that.
no.
Yeah, I
The
love those
summer one
episodes.
was good. The summer one's so good.
Yeah, yeah. Or that, and when Jesse Spano was like, I'm so excited.
As
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
she was on speed.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
taking like diet pills.
Did you watch the college years?
I did.
Yeah. I don't
They were
remember.
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
What
when
did this show did not last that long? Did you watch
oh,
the middle school years when it was
the Miss Bliss.
yeah, Miss
When it was,
Bliss?
I remember watching the Miss Bliss stuff afterwards, I think. Like and I don't think I watched it right away. I think it was like when Saved by the Bell was like in syndication. Um, they would play, Good Morning Miss Bliss or whatever, Hi Miss
Yeah.
Bliss or whatever it was called. And then I would watch
It was
that.
in the same fucking high school.
Yeah, and they had all these different characters except for I think him, I believe. No, it was only on for 4 seasons. It actually did not reach 100 episodes. It was only on for 86 episodes.
Do
Very,
you
very
remember
much.
the episode when Screech lost his lizard?
No, but
I do.
that sounds like an amazing episode.
It was a good one. It was one of
Yeah.
his best friends. And he died. They sung to him. Jesse Spano did a whole thing.
Oh my God, dude. Why do they do that on shows when like some kid has like a weird pet like that or something and then they have to do like
They sung like, "Oh, Danny boy,
shut up.
the
They didn't
pipes
do
are
that.
calling." Oh,
No, they
yes,
didn't.
they did.
See, I want to do another honorable mention, which we have to do another one of these episodes because now I'm thinking like Fresh Prince, A Different World. To me, A Different World was like one of my favorites. After
Dude,
Saved by the Bell went to college,
we
I
got
fucking
another list,
abandoned it.
Dan. We got another list.
I
Okay,
abandoned it and I went to Different World.
A Different World is great. All right,
How can it not be?
next
So, okay.
one.
Okay, now we're in the shits, I think, at this point.
This is fucking. This should have been an honorable mention because it's terrible.
I put it on there because okay, you got to go to the second link that's on you.
Okay.
I put it on here for because you and I talk about this. You were the only other person I knew that watched this show.
Why did we watch this show? This show was ridiculous.
I don't
First of
know.
all, guys, what we're
talking
talking about. Hold on, don't say the word. There was a character named L Train. This show is called City Guys. What is this show, Dan? Is this show supposed to be Saved by the Bell, but in the city?
Dude, I want yes. So it was supposed to be like that. But I'm gonna say something that's gonna blow your mind. This show was on for 105 episodes. It was on
How?
longer than Saved by the Bell.
How?
Okay.
Dan.
I
Was
don't
it
know.
because it was in the city? These
I
guys
think it
were
was-
these guys in the wait, were these
Go-
guys high school kids or college kids?
So this was a high school. They were like City Guys, an American sitcom television series that aired for 5 seasons on NBC from September 6, 1997 to December 15, 2001. The series aired as part of the network's Saturday morning block TNBC. And I think that's why. I think like, you know, it was in that weird space probably where you had an ability to like get kids stuck watching shows and then they just throw this shit in there and no one changes the channel and then you know whatever's on next. Now the theme song for City Guys was written by Joey Schwartz, Eric Swerdloff, and Michael Muda Ali Muhammad, and composed by Joey Schwartz, who also composed the incidental music used to denote scene changes and breaks in the program. The rap and R&B infused theme included, of course, CITY, You Can See Why, These Guys, The Neat Guys, Smart and Streetwise, which repeating twice consecutively during the beginning, middle, and near the end of the song. So,
dude,
City Guys.
First of all, I did not realize that the main thing is just these two guys. Like City Guys are just these two guys. Yet there was L Train. There was a couple of other characters in this show.
Oh, there were a lot of characters.
Are they supposed to be like? First of all, both of these guys are walking around the city in Manhattan in the 90s like it's no big deal. Were they supposed to be in a private school or the public school? I don't know, right? But they're walking around not caring. They're having lunch. They're jumping over turnstiles. Like, what is this show?
So they're attending Manhattan High School, which was nicknamed in the series as Manny High, and avoid trouble while
It was not called Manny High.
It was called Manny High.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh
my God.
It was called Manny High.
It's called-
Whoa.
Dude,
Oh
what
my
is
God.
this show?
So maybe so you had the one kid. I mean, they used stereotypes were just so terrifyingly used in this, like to develop this show. I mean, you had Chris coming from a wealthy family, Jamal coming from a working class family. I mean, you're basically.
Oh, so they made the white kid come from a wealthy family?
That's right.
Jamal. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, thank you for that, and keep them in line. Jamal and Chris's similar personalities caused friction between them in the beginning, but they became best friends as the series went on. The boys and their friends, overachiever Darn Tartikoff, who's played by Caitlin Mowry, slick guy Al Ramos, played by Dion Basco, aspiring actress Cassidy Giuliani by Marissa Dean, and dim-witted bully turned friend who was held back 6 grades, Lionel L. Train Johnson, played by Stephen Daniel.
Oh, so the bully was held back six times?
Yes, 6 times.
So he was just an older gentleman.
Yes, he was just an old. Totally. Oh God, bro. I mean, like this show is bad.
So we're not even talking about the show. I don't even want to get into the show.
Okay,
Okay, Dan, because
I can't help it, but I know.
we should do an episode on the show just because how bad this show is.
Yeah, we
I already
have.
know
We're
what
gonna
we're going
have
to
to do
test
is
it, but
we're gonna have to do an
City guys,
episode about
I
this
want to know
show.
this, guys. Seriously, if you're listening to this and you never comment, this is the one time I need you to fucking comment.
Yeah, start commenting, guys.
Do you know City Guys? Have you ever watched City Guys? Do you like City Guys? Do
Yes,
you even know what City Guys is? Let
dude.
us know. I feel like me and you are the only ones that ever
I
watched
just
this
can't
show.
believe this was on longer than Saved by the Bell.
This is why people must have watched it.
This is like when Killer Clowns from Outer Space got a higher rating on Rotten Tomatoes than Cocktail.
Yeah, surprised. Anyways, let's talk about the
Woo!
song.
Okay, it's not good.
It's not good.
I'm not good.
It's not. It's not good. Get it out of
No,
here. It's
it
out
can
of
get it
here.
out of here. This cannot pass. It doesn't even like. It's not even nostalgic. It's just a joke of bullshit. I mean, come on.
Now
Oh, and finally our
we are
last one.
here. The last one. Now I have to say, I am thoroughly enjoying this one
Oh my god,
for
dude!
many reasons. There's so many layers
This show
of
has
this
been.
show.
This has been in my brain for days now. Oh, here we
Okay,
go.
here we go. We are talking about California Dreams.
Dudes with attitudes, kind of groovy, laid back mood,
Wow,
good vibrations.
dude, they wrote and played this song.
Dude,
So, like, my question is did they find musicians and then made them act, or did they find actors who could be musicians?
okay, so I think it's actors that could be musicians
Or are
because
they just theater majors that ended up getting
yeah,
a show?
I don't know because like the one person that's on this show, Kelly
Sly?
Packard.
Oh,
Well, she was, from Baywatch as well, and all these other things. So she's had a larger career at it after California Dreams.
yes.
But the fact that she plays an instrument and sings, like, it was so baffling to me that they all played these songs,
I didn't think they did. And then you gave me the link to the Jimmy Fallon
which is
reunion.
crazy.
They play it. They
Yeah,
played it. The
we're
only
gonna
person
put
that
that link
didn't
in
put
the show notes.
the only person that didn't play it was Sly. He was their like, dumb-witted friend.
Manager.
Like they always needed their like that like the guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
did stupid shit.
He was the manager.
Yes.
But the thing about them is that
This reminded me, this was like a spin-off on Zack Attack.
what the fuck is that? Oh, that's right.
Zack Attack, the band.
They had
There
a
was
fucking
they had a
band.
band. Casey Kasem was
Oh,
there,
that's
and
right.
Zach led it to his head and Saved by the Bell. And I was like, did they spin off? They were like, oh, teenagers have a band and they're still going to school. Let's make a fucking show about this.
So we have to look up California Dreams just as a show for a second because like I've been like dealing with this for the last like week because like first of all the show had so many different types of casts as well because people came and left several times. There's like there are a ton of people that were in this show that left. But this show had 5 seasons, less episodes than Saved by the Bell, only 78 episodes. So
Well, it wasn't
California
that good.
No, it wasn't good. I mean, come on. California Dreams is an American teen sitcom television series that aired on NBC from September 12th, 1992 to December 14th, 1996 as part of the network's Saturday morning block TNBC. So maybe this probably aired with City Guys at the same time.
Oh, yes.
Can you imagine? Like, how did City Guys get 105 episodes and California Dreams only got 78?
Dude.
There it is. Created by writers Brett Dewey and Ronald B. Solomon, and executive producer by Peter Engel, all known for their work on Saved by the Bell. The series centers on there you go. The series centers on the friendships of a group of teenagers, doing
who live on the beach, and they're fucking musicians, and they always like got gigs.
Dude, I can't even.
Zack Attack.
begin to imagine, because the
Second take.
show, oh my God, the show just kept getting crazier and crazier. Guest stars throughout the series, notable guest stars include Eddie Maka. I don't know who that is. Richard T. Jones, Fergie. Fergie was a guest
Are you
star.
serious?
Nikki Cox guest starred on that show, and Tara Reid guest starred on California Dreams.
Wow.
But this is the problem with this song, and it's not like a problem, but for the last week, I've just been walking around going, "Surf dudes with attitudes," like, and it's just in my head,
Kinda groovy.
I can't get it out of my head. It's like the Monster Mash, all over again. It's so weird, and it's not great. But I don't know, like, if is it better than the City Guys song?
No, it's definitely. I would say it definitely passes the nostalgia. Not the test, but it actually is nostalgia.
Okay, because I was gonna say, wait, Manny, you're gonna say that Perfect Strangers is bad.
because I don't particularly remember most of it until you told me about it. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, surf dudes went out into."
Kind of
But I wouldn't have remembered that unless I pressed play.
Like, I want to talk to people from the show, like Michael Cade, if you're out there, get in touch with us. The nostalgia test at gmail.com, right? Is that our? I don't know what our email is. What
It's in the drop.
is it?
It's in the final
I think
drop.
the website's
the
in the
end
drop, so that's okay.
Yeah, on the
But
website, you'll find it.
yeah,
nostalgiatestpodcast.com.
the nostalgiatest.com. Right. Yeah, the nostalgiatest.com. We don't know our website address.
No, I thought it was the nostalgiatestpodcast.com.
No, it's not.
No, it's yes, you're right.
Yeah. But people, did you watch the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was exactly like Saved by the Bell. It was a cheaper version of Saved by the Bell. It wasn't as popular because I don't remember liking. I don't remember liking any of the characters enough that I remember anything that they did, and I don't remember any shows. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I watched it, but it was kind of like a in the background type of show, and I remember that it was okay, but again, it was not. It wasn't Saved by the Bell, dude. Saved by the Bell was something else.
I wonder if this came on after wrestling in the morning. You know how, like, on Saturdays wrestling came on at noon?
Fucking Saturday fucking wrestling.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if this came on after wrestling, the hour of wrestling, and then, like, if we were still, like, being sacks of shit and just watching TV until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Probably. I remember it being okay.
Yeah.
Nothing great. But City Guys, I think, was okay and nothing great also. But I think the only reason why me and you like it so much is that there was one night we were all hanging out and somehow we were like, so L Train came up or something. We were taking a quiz of some sort. And you were like, L Train, you know L Train? I'm like, yo, City Guys. We're like, City Guys.
Dude, we had no life.
But I don't know if I was watching it at that age. I was just like, remember it was on. But like, why did we like that show?
I think it was just so stupidly funny because it's like, how is this happening? Like, the things
show was so dumb.
That show were ridiculous. I mean,
the show was so dumb. I mean, most kids' shows are dumb, but that was like dumb. That was like a D- show.
But the thing is this, I feel like that show was funnier than California Dreams.
Dude, California Dreams only talked about like gigs. They were always doing a gig and they always ended up just going to that one place that was like their fucking
Sharkies.
Max.
It's called Sharkies, I think, right? There's Sharkies here in California.
Oh, that's great. Fucking surf dudes with attitudes. Kind of groovy. Go fuck yourself.
Skies above. What is the skies above? And something
with vibrations. Marky Mark.
So
fuck.
I am
that song. No, you're not a little what? Don't even say that it passes the test.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't even come close.
It doesn't pass the test. Obviously, it doesn't pass the test. But is it as bad as the City Guys song?
No.
So I'm gonna say that I think it's nostalgic.
I said that.
Oh, okay.
I said it was nostalgic, but like it doesn't fucking. It's not. No, City Guys is terrible.
This is quite the scorecard, Manny, because we started off with Perfect Strangers, and you said it's a horrible song,
horrible.
and yet California Dreams nostalgic.
Yeah, but that's a different style of show. Different stuff. It was on at the same time.
Sometimes the world looks perfect.
Like, don't forget, like all the beginning part of this episode was kind of just like an episode of Too Many Cooks. Like all of them had the same font. It was that yellow.
It was all yellow.
And it had the same thing.
You're right.
Then we went into the teenager stuff, which was like different. Each one had like a different thing on it. Although, obviously it's like, oh, Tiffany ain't received them. Blah, 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 blah. Like you put that in, but each one had their own style.
Yeah.
Like City Guys is not like the intro to fucking
City Guys looks like
Saved by the Bell looks like Rocco's Modern Life t-shirt.
Holy shit, it
live.
Does. Yeah, it totally does. That's hilarious. That might be the pull quote for this whole fucking episode. But City Guys looks like I made it on my Nextel.
Nextel.
I wish we could get our hands on a Nextel and put that to the nostalgia test.
The Nextel just playing Snake the whole time. Dude, they're like on the phone.
Yeah.
They're going to all the different fucking Twin Towers is on this thing.
Yeah, when did they go to school?
I feel like they didn't go to school.
No, they never went to school. It was all about cheating, I feel like.
Was Mr. Cooper in this?
No, Mr. Cooper was not in City Guys.
You sure about that?
Oh man. If he is in this show, I'm gonna lose my mind. People, we need to know what you think about this. I want to know you're right, Manny. I want to know anyone out there has seen City Guys. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, drop a comment when we start posting about this. And you know what? Actually, drop some comments in these episodes. We know you like them. People telling us we like your episodes. Let everyone else know. Post a comment. Share our episode on your social media. We're trying to start a nostalgia test podcast revolution here, people. Be part of the street team. Let's do it.
Guys, Dan's going to talk about this every time.
Yes,
his
join
job.
The mailing list.
Okay, this guy does a really good job.
Follow us on Instagram.
Getting these episodes ready for you.
Yeah.
He's asking you, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Comment. Share, subscribe, comment. The only way these things get spread out is more comments.
Yeah.
So
suggest a test. Let us know how you like them. Suggest a test.
Tell us what tests you like. Do you like the movies? Do you like the comedy reviews? Do you like the song reviews? Do you like the video reviews? What test do you like the most?
So actually, this, we're coming up on this might be when we release this, depending on when we release this, it might be the 20th or over 20 episodes. So we're rolling along there, people. So let us know. You like guests? Let us know.
Rolling along. Guys, by the way, it's almost 2 a.m. Just want to let you know. In New York.
Oh, well, we got to let Manny go.
I got to go to work.
Oh.
All right, listen.
Go to work, Manny.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Nostalgia test done.
Thank you. Thank you again for hanging out.
All right.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on a newspaper plate.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter @NostalgiaTest and on Instagram @TheNostalgiaTest. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.